Hey, it looks like you're really close on this one. It actually has this really tricky bit, and I will show you. So just to go through it, suppose 8 weeks ago the stock was at 80 bucks a share. 4 weeks ago the stock was at $64 a share. Write an equation to model this. We're supposed to use W for weeks and D for dollars. So the magic word in here is ago. If you set this up as 8 and 80, which would be one's inclination just reading this, um, that would be 8 weeks from now, because now would be time equals 0. So this is in the past, so this is negative 8 weeks, because we're going backwards from now. And that's kind of what we're writing this equation model is from 8 weeks in the past to 4 weeks in the past. That's the two time frames we know. I'll show you what happens if you set it up as positives. And the answer is it doesn't work and you get a positive slope, which I bet is exactly what happened for you. But let me pop over here and write this out. So we had, if I did this as positives, just kind of as it read, 8 weeks it's $80, and 4 weeks it's $64. 8 weeks ago it was $80, 4 weeks ago it was $64. If you use those numbers, you'll get a negative over a negative and it becomes a positive. But the price decreased, right? It went down $16 in 4 weeks. And so that means that slope has to be negative. And that's when I was reading it, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't, what am I doing wrong? And it's that this has to be negative 8 weeks ago, or negative 8 because it's 8 weeks in the past. And this has to be negative because that's 4 weeks in the past. So then when I go to find my slope, and what's our variables? W and D. So this is going to be W and this is going to be D. So now when I go to find my slope, I have 64 minus 80 over negative 4 minus a negative 8. And so that is negative 16, and then that would be negative 4 plus 8 over 4. And then that makes that time, we're moving forward in time from negative 8 to negative 4. So that should be in positive 4 weeks. As we go forward 4 weeks, the price drops $16. So that is really tricky with the wording. I'm not sure I'll keep that question for next quarter, but that's where you're having troubles, is right there. And so then that's going to make our slope negative 4. From there, you're probably just fine, but I'll finish it out. So D is our y, so we'll say D minus 64 equals m, our slope, negative 4, and then W minus, again, that negative 4 right there. So D minus 64 equals negative 4, and then this is really W, oops, I should have more parentheses, plus 4, distributing, D minus 64 makes negative 4W minus 16, and then add the 64 over, and we get D equals negative 4W, and that would be plus 48. So it was that negative right there, and yeah, that's a tricky one, but that's how you would do it.